All right, it's here. I got it, the Vision Pro. Right now, feels comfortable. Oh my God, like the messages are like right here. Like, what the? Best pizza I've ever had. This is why I got it. Makes everything taste better in the Apple Vision Pro. Apple Vision Pro, immersing you in the real world. Guys, this is amazing. It truly is amazing. Incredible, incredible. This changed the game for me. It's gonna be amazing. All right, it's here. I got it, the Vision Pro. Ta-da! So let's open this thing up and see if it's gonna work for what I want it to do. All right, so you loosen this, put it on your head.
How does it feel? First?
At first, right now, it feels comfortable.
Okay.
Oh, it says hello over there. It's like floating over there. Yeah, it feels comfortable. I mean, it's definitely, yeah, it's got some weight to it. This legit looks like you're standing there.
Well, you're sitting.
Well, I don't want to get up because I can't see reality right now. I'll bring that over here. Oh my God, like the messages are like right here. Like, what the? This is insane. This is nuts. The photo is like
And so you really can
wall
share
size.
it.
It's lunchtime, and what better way to experience these Apple Vision Pro goggles than eating pizza? I think it's definitely gonna make everything taste better. Let's see. Oh, best pizza I've ever had. We'll see if I can drink without pouring this all over myself. That's it, it's official. This is why I got it. Makes everything taste better in the Apple Vision Pro. Look at this, guys. It's like, it's my hands. How crazy is this? It looks amazing. It's so realistic. I don't even know how, but the app has Emily and our van in it. Apple Vision Pro, immersing you in the real world. All right, so I'm out in the yard here and on the bike. And as you see, there's my photo over there. I can just go through them here. They're almost the size of the house and they look incredible to me. And the crazy part is you can go right through it, which just feels so weird. I guess you just gotta watch. You don't walk through and go into the van. But yeah, look at that. There it is, over there. Now I should be able to, I guess, bring it closer to me. There we go. Put it out here in the middle of the road. Anyway, the photo looks incredible. And I'm out in the bright sun. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ray here, and I want to talk to you about a big change in my van life. So, I love living in the van, obviously. I've been doing it for 2 years. This is now our second van. This is the one me and Emily got. But the first van I had kind of introduced two big limitations to being a wildlife photographer. Obviously, a big part of that is I have to edit photos, and I love editing photos. A big second part of that is I edit photos for others or give feedback to those in my mentorship program. So I spend a lot of time sitting at a computer looking at photos. So what happened? What did I lose when I started living in the van? A big, beautiful screen. I used to edit on a 27-inch iMac with a second monitor, but in any case, that main 27-inch screen was my main screen, and it was big and beautiful and sharp and detailed, and the colors were amazing. And I love Apple's laptops, and I now edit on a 16-inch MacBook Pro, one of the newer versions, and the screen is gorgeous, but it is no comparison to a 27-inch screen in your face, filling your field of view. You know, it doesn't compare. So I lost that living in the van. And the second part of it is light control. So, you know, I like living in the van, and a big part of that is connecting with nature and outside. But when I have to edit, I have to sit inside. And even worse, if I really want to light control it, I have to close all the shades. And I generally never feel cramped in this van, but if you close all these shades and try and sit in here for, you know, a good chunk of the day and try and edit photos, it starts to feel cramped. And so I don't. I leave things open, and the windows are tinted, but still, bright sunny day like it is today. There's a lot of light coming in, reflections off the screen, and it's just generally hard to see. So that's been a challenge. I no longer have a big screen, and it's hard to accurately see colors and details and contrast sometimes, unless it's later in the evening or at night or something like that. And so if I really have to pay attention to fine detailed stuff, I usually wait until then to actually edit things. So the first van, I had no choice of adding a monitor. This van, it actually has enough power to run a monitor, and I thought about getting one, but last June, Apple announced something that I thought might solve my problem, and that's the Apple Vision Pro. And so I'm here today to chat with you guys to see if it solved that problem. And so I got this just yesterday, so today's my second full day with it and playing around with it. And the beauty of what this does, and the reason I got the Apple Vision Pro, is it can basically mirror, it doesn't really mirror, but it takes your laptop display and brings it into that VR world, that headset. And so I thought, when I found out about this, number one, it can solve my big screen problem. They were kind of telling me and describing in the descriptions and videos I watched, you can make the monitor kind of any size you want. And to me, that sounded incredible. Like, wow, can I view my photos gigantic? That would be really cool. And then the second part I thought is, well, if your head's in, or your eyes, I should say, are in this VR goggles, it's kind of light controlled at that point. And so in theory, it could be as bright as possible out and you could still see your photos clear as day. So I have it set up outside. I haven't done this yet. Let's go check it out and see if it's gonna work. And so you can see it's a bright sunny day out here, right? The sun's coming in. It's getting a little bit later in the evening, but it's still way too bright to edit. And so check this out. Let's just take a look at my screen in the first place here. And I think you can probably see, as I go through these photos, I don't know, you could probably see me because I can see the reflection of the camera in this screen right now. This is as bright as the screen goes. I mean, you cannot really honestly edit anything good in this screen right now. It's just nothing but a bunch of reflection. It's really hard to see. Even if we get to some brighter photos like this that aren't so dark, I'm just seeing myself on the screen. It's really challenging to see. So let's set this up and see if the Apple Vision Pro helps me out. All right, guys, so you can see I have sun in my eyes. So let's see if this fixes the problem. We'll strap into the Apple Vision Pro here and see what it's like to edit photos in this. So you just look at the screen here, this connect window comes up, you tap that, and then the laptop goes black, and here we are. Oh my gosh, everybody, look at this. This is crazy. So now I can grab this window and position it, or so, you know, it starts out kind of close. I can move it further away. And so I'll move it as far back as I can here. And then if I look over here, I can truly make this window giant. And you can see over there where the camera's set up, it's sort of almost taking up that space. Like I have to actually look left and right to view these photos. So let's look at just individual photos here. And so you still just use the keyboard and mouse. You can see through the Vision Pro here, I can see my hands, the keyboard, the mouse. I can see, you know, the world around me here. And there's my monitor. Look at this, full screen, gigantic photos. Guys, I'm staring right into the sun right now. And there's zero glare. I can see detail amazing. Let's go back to one of those first dark photos. I think we were looking at this one. I mean, look at the subtle detail. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see just this subtle little fog up in here. I can see the detail there. Even the little bit of orange down here. When I was looking at this just with my eyes on the screen, I mean, this just looked black. And I was basically seeing myself in that reflection. So this is just absolutely incredible. And I have to say, right now, it almost feels like, let's see, let's move this window. It almost feels like it's almost a little too big. So I'm just gonna like shrink the window down just a little bit so I don't have to look so far left and right. But I mean, looking through these goggles, right, here's the van, okay, here's this laptop sitting in front of me, and there's the camera over there. I would guess this monitor or this screen looks the equivalent of about, I don't know, 20 feet diagonal, maybe even more, and I just shrunk it down. But look at this, I'm staring right into the sun. And if I take this window and move it over, you can see right up in through there, the sun is actually shining in on my face a little bit. But once I drop this here, it totally blocks the sun. So I can be staring right into the sun and viewing my photos in a giant screen incredible clarity. Let's zoom in on this. I mean, again, you guys are seeing a recording through the Apple Vision Pro. I don't know if it's as sharp and clear, the recording, as it is to my eyes, but the detail in this is amazing. I can see all the feather detail. Like, I can accurately check these photos for sharpness and everything like that. And, you know, I can just head on into develop here and take a look at this photo and really just dial it in. If I want to go ahead and warm that white balance and make it just a little bit more golden like that, I can do just everything I want. Just edit like normal. I really can. I can go in and, you know, attach to the masks I had and maybe warm that one up just a little bit more even, and maybe actually even drop the contrast on that some. And guys, this is amazing. It truly is amazing. Like, just look at the detail in these photos. And here's the best part for me. I get to feel connected to outside again. I mean, look, I'm out here in nature, getting to feel like I'm outside. I'm no longer stuck inside the van, and I get to edit my photos the way I want in this big, beautiful screen. Look at these monkeys from Costa Rica. And just, what a joy. What an absolute joy this is. Check this out. Look at these photos. Now, you know, another thing I can do is I can bring this closer to me here. So now it looks like the screen is sort of floating right in front of me. So it's smaller. I mean, this is still a big screen, as you can see, but it's a little bit smaller. And here's another fun thing that you can do with this. So this is the last bit I'll show you, and then I'll wrap it up, because I can tell you confidently right now, this is one of the most amazing ways to edit photos I think I've ever experienced. I've never seen a screen visually so large. The photos look incredible on it. Let me just go to some final edited photos here and kind of look through these. I mean, look at this. The color, contrast, everything is beautiful. And it just looks incredible. So check this out. So I can leave the laptop here. And here's the wild thing, everybody. I'll show you this through the Apple Vision Pro. Look where my screen stays. It's actually sort of floating in space over here. And so I can actually walk around, I can actually walk through it, which is a little creepy to do. You can see through this screen. And now when I come back, the photos are here. Incredible stuff, incredible stuff. So I'll take that, place it right over there. This is going to change the way I edit photos. I'm so pumped. So there, that's it. Incredible, incredible. So one of the things that I think, even though I recorded through the Vision Pro and showed you the photos and video, or the photos editing in Lightroom. So that was, by the way, Lightroom Classic in my desktop environment on the Mac. So full featured Lightroom, it's not pared down. It's basically anything I can do on the computer, I can now see in that Vision Pro on that sort of mirrored monitor like that. That's basically what's happening. And like you saw, I can look down, see my hands, the keyboard and everything, so I can operate it just like normal. It's basically just having like a second monitor attached to the laptop, except this monitor is floating in three-dimensional space and can be positioned and sized to anything you want. And the best part about it, right? Because even if I had bought a second monitor and was able to use it, I wouldn't be able to use it outside. It would be too bright, and who's going to set up a second screen outside and plug it in and all that stuff, right? That's not happening. This is portable. Now, there's a time limit on it, about 2 hours of battery life, but all I have to do is just run a little extension cord over to plug my laptop in and the Apple Vision Pro, and then I'm good to go just in that seat and just hanging out outside for however long I want to use it. But what I was going to say is, even if I could have hooked up an external monitor out there, it would just be nothing but reflection. It would be the same issues I have with the laptop screen outside, even if it was bigger and nicer. And now I get, I was going to say the best of both worlds, but this is better than any photo editing world I've ever existed in, because I can sit out in this bright sunlight, sun right in my face, and in essence kind of block the sun out. It didn't feel too bright, like the environment around it, as I think you saw, it sort of, the Apple Vision Pro kind of dims the ambient view according to how bright it is. So if it's really bright, it kind of dims it down a little bit. It doesn't keep it bright, so it's sort of washing out your eyeballs. And so yeah, it's like, I get to see where I'm at. I can look around. I don't feel completely isolated. And if I wanted to, I could actually take myself into another environment. So you can take yourself into other 3D worlds like Yosemite or the moon and stuff like that and edit there. I might try that at some point, right? If it's not a cool place or if it's a miserable looking place, you can kind of just immerse yourself in another environment and forget where you are. But usually I like to actually connect with the nature I'm at, where I'm parked, and feel the air, feel the sun, that sort of thing. And this is going to let me do that while still editing my photos in a way like never before. And accurate color, accurate contrast, detail, just everything I've wanted. This is incredible, guys. What a game changer for me with the way I live. I understand that a $3,500 device just for a monitor doesn't make sense for a lot of people. Obviously, the Apple Vision Pro does some additional things, but this for me, just because of the unique way I live, being on the road and in the van and outside a lot, it's absolutely worth it for me. And I'm just so excited to get to use this in all the places I'm going to be traveling. So anyway, those are my thoughts so far. I'll get more experience with it and maybe add an additional video out in the future with some updated info. But for the most part, I can just pretty much tell already, this changed the game for me. It's going to be amazing. And I'm unbelievably excited just to get to have something like this that exists now that changes how I can edit on the road. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you out there.